Yes, this week Otis and I decided to tackle the very future of computing.
Imagine a future where your PC's hard drive becomes redundant, where all your documents, photos, videos, programs, music and games are transferred onto remote servers, allowing you to access your stuff from any online computer anywhere in the world.
Well, this future is rapidly becoming a reality. It's known as cloud computing, and it all sounds great in theory, but how good is it in practice?
Well, we want to find out, so we're pitting cloud computing against non-cloud computing in another Gadget Show Smackdown.
Hello, Mr. Bentley.
Welcome. Now, Pollyanna, you're going to be championing cloud computing. I'd like you to sit there. Otis, you're going to be championing non-cloud users. Sat over there. And our first challenge is going to be all about one of the most common ways we use our personal computers today, sat down at the desk at home. Okay. Your first task will be to find the phrase Cloud 59 computing amongst your stored documents.
Just to spice up the competition a little, I'd sneakily spelt 50 alphabetically rather than numerically.
3, 2, 1, go!
As I was limited to cloud applications, all my documents were stored online using Google Docs. With Google Docs, you get an online word processor and a gigabyte of free storage.
I thought finding a simple phrase on my hard drive would take nanoseconds. I was wrong. And then I had a brainwave. My computer was running Windows 7, which offers index searching. This means as soon as you start typing, it starts throwing up possible matches.
With Google Docs, you can search part of the phrase, but it isn't as instantaneous as Windows 7.
Got it.
Oh,
yeah.
no!
Aha! Got it. Here it is.
You're kidding?
Yes. Ah.
So, thanks to index searching on Windows 7, my traditional computer setup was in the lead.
Here are 2 memory sticks, and on them you'll find 3 separate video clips and a music track. All you've got to do is edit them together into a movie. Are you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right, I'm going to be using Adobe Premiere Elements 8.
I decided to go for the popular online cloud-based edit system, J-Cut. But I soon encountered a problem.
It's uploading, but it's taking a little while.
Oh, I see.
Oh, this is quite slow.
3%.
This is one of the major handicaps of cloud computing. You're only as quick as your internet upload connection speed.
I was having no such problems editing with my Adobe Premiere 8, and I didn't have to wait too long for my clips to import, and the software made it a breeze to edit the clips together.
How are you doing?
I think I'm done, actually.
What? Really?
There it is! Yay! Take the hard drives out of your computers and give them to me as quickly as possible.
Cool.
I just asked you to do that because I didn't want to fiddle about with all those screws and wires and things. No, the real test starts here. Get out of the way.
Okay.
No!
Oh dear.
This was a little bit extreme, but hard drives do fail, which is why all the experts recommend making a backup.
So, Otis, how's it going?
Well, the hard drive is not registering, so I can't show you anything.
My video was still available to view on J-Cut, and I'd also uploaded it onto possibly the world's best-known cloud computing resource, YouTube. And there it is. Polyanimals.
So, well done, Polly, you win.
Of that, though, is that the cloud isn't necessarily a better alternative when you're in the home environment, is it?
Yeah, if you're working on the computer you use all the time, it's got everything on that you need, it's great, but the cloud's perfect for on the move.
Yeah, the whole thing has been designed to ask whether cloud computing, that is storing all your files, music, videos, documents, just about everything online, is better than the way most of us do it at the moment, that is on our hard drives of our computers at home.
So, a pretty heavyweight tech conundrum, which you would think required heavyweight testing.
Now, your next task is to sell the virtues of cloud and non-cloud computing to the great British public. Your stalls are just round the corner, and the winner's going to be the person who manages to get most people to support their cause.
To help me attract a crowd, my stall came with an Xbox 360, a Blu-ray player, and a hefty desktop computer with a massive hard drive.
Whereas my stall came with a computer and an internet connection, because with a cloud, that's all you need.
This was a battle for hearts and minds, and there was no time to lose as I played my trump card straight away. Computer gaming.
Look at this, eh?
I was having a harder time selling the gaming on the cloud.
Do you think that cloud gaming is then the way forward to interact with other players, to get online with other players?
I think it's kind of, you need to find the happy medium for a start. It is going to be the way forward, but it's definitely not yet.
But fortunately, there's more to life than gaming. So I moved on to one of the cloud's strongest selling points, media streaming.
Do any of you use things like YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cloud computing. Do you use anything like YouTube?
Yep.
Facebook?
Yep.
That's cloud computing.
These popular applications were a real vote winner.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah!
I prefer to have it on the hard drive where I know it's there and safe.
I would much rather put it on my PC at home and stream it to my TVs and stuff in the house.
He said he was going to give the star to me.
But I still wasn't having it all my own way.
I'm going to say cloud computing.
Because?
Because it's expensive, the paying for everything.
But the big boys certainly think there's money to be made from the cloud. Both Sony and Apple are investing heavily in cloud-based media streaming.
Humour her, listen to her argument and then do your voting.
Talk is cheap. This was all about votes, and it was time to get our audience to take sides.
Oh, good vote. Oh, what did she promise you? Hold on a second.
You'll never know. Oh, thank you.
At this point, it was neck and neck, so I decided to change tack. Internet banking is another cloud success story. Over 40% of adults in the UK now have online accounts, and it's the 25 to 44-year-olds who are leading the way.
This is it.
Daily.
Do you know, it's perfect, isn't it? You can go and see your balances, see the accounts, move money from one account to the next, and it is just automatic and instant. Exactly.
So I tried putting them off with talk of online fraud.
It's easy for someone who knows how to break into your computer, get your identity, perhaps take all your money.
But it wasn't enough.
Thank you, G.
With just minutes to go to our 1-hour deadline, we were both getting a bit desperate.
Upload your photos
It does.
to any
You
of the
can go
social
online,
networking
you
sites
can
and
get
regret them in the
editing
future.
software
Remember that picture of you with the funny
online,
glasses
you can do your
and the short
documents
tutu
and keep
skirt?
them.
Right, time's up. Stop, everybody.
Yes, come on. And let's see who's won. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 15 for cloud technology, Polly.
Yay.
And those large stars don't count as extra points. So, over here, let's see Otis. Wow.
Thank you.
Old non-cloud technology gets
How much did you pay them? to put them on?
19. So, Otis, you're the winner of this round.
I know.
Fascinating. Fascinating result. It does seem that it all comes down to the internet connection, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. We are slave to our broadband at the moment, so in terms of everything related to the cloud, we're just not there yet.
But cloud computing is definitely the future.
So, I was 2-0 down, but I was still determined to prove the superiority of the cloud in our final test.
Hello. Now, you'll be ready for your final task.
Yes.
Which is to use these cameras to take a photo, store it, edit it, and deliver it back to me in the form of a hard copy print at 5 p.m. here in front of Shakespeare's birthplace.
But there was a catch. We had to borrow 3 separate computers to store, edit, and print our photos. Once again, I was championing non-cloud methods, so I first had to transfer my picture to a memory stick to use in the different computers.
Whereas I could upload my picture to the internet and then access it from any computer I found.
But as the shops were out of bounds, we needed to find people with computers on the street, and that was easier said than done.
Excuse me, Mr. Modern-looking man. Would you happen to have a laptop inside that bag?
No. Sorry to bother you. I don't suppose you've got a laptop with you or a computer or anything, have you? Nothing.
This was impossible, so I left town and headed to the river.
I've just happened upon a great scheme. Now, those people who live on canal boats, barges and such, they'll want to stay connected, won't they? They'll have laptops, eh?
And I hit the jackpot straight away.
I wonder if you would have a laptop on your barge.
No, I've got a PC.
That's good enough for me.
Within minutes, using the canal boat owner's PC, I transferred John's picture from my camera's SD card to my memory stick. Right, 1 down, 2 to go.
Right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And off we go.
John had banned us from using computers inside shops, but he didn't say anything about dragging people outside. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Here she comes. Marguerite is a lifesaver.
With a good internet connection provided by the shop's free Wi-Fi, it took me literally seconds to connect to my online photo site in the cloud. But uploading John's picture was a lot more nerve-wracking than I expected.
The only thing is the battery's nearly dead on the computer, so we're hoping that it lasts just long enough for us to actually get the picture on.
Easiest part of the challenge is over. I've now got to find someone who has a laptop with photo editing software already installed on it, so I'm not allowed to use anything in the cloud.
I had no such worries, as I could edit my picture online. So I was back on the street looking for a computer. And then I had a stroke of luck. I'd found an iPad.
OK, and enter.
I was going to edit my snap using the online photo editing site Picnic. But there was a problem.
Do you know what? It's just dawned on me. It's Flash-based. I'm not going to be able to do it on here.
Picnic's website runs on Flash, a system for showing pictures and video online that isn't supported by the iPad or iPhones. It was a disaster. I had just an hour left, and it wasn't looking promising.
I was having much more luck. I'd found a media student.
Have you got a laptop in there?
Yeah.
Good man.
And even better, he had Photoshop.
There it is.
Within minutes, I'd given John a big head and saved the image to my memory stick.
Luckily enough, I managed to find another computer. Let's get onto the website. So
this time, there were no issues with Flash. The problem now was the 3G dongle I borrowed to connect to the net. It just took ages to load the Picnic site. And until it was loaded, I couldn't edit. But eventually I got it to work and I was back in business.
So I've got my photo, it has been edited. I can give you that back now. Thank you very much. Right, I need to go and get my photo printed.
Now, people don't usually carry printers in the street, so I headed for a residential area. The theory being homes equal printers, but then I spotted a school. They were bound to have one.
I wonder if you can help me.
This was getting really tight, so I decided to call a friend who offered to print off my picture. And because my picture was online in the cloud, I could just give them access to my Flickr account.
Back at the school, the headmistress wanted to see me.
Please, miss, could I use your printing facilities?
Well, as you've asked so nicely and you were obviously such a good boy, I'm going to say yes.
That's brilliant!
Right, just come off, yeah, there we go.
Fabulous!
Right, there we go.
I arrived at the printers just as my picture came off the machine.
With only minutes before our deadline, we were both on the run. But who would reach John first?
Mr. Bentley.
Yes, well
With
done.
just a few minutes to go.
Yes. Wow.
Here you are, look.
You do it!
Certainly did.
I've got a big head and something's going on with me hair there, but anyway.
Oh, wow, that's quite...
Where's your photo then? In your bag?
Well, as you can see, I don't actually have anything in my hands.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
But-
Once again, Otis Delia's Victoria.
Mr. Joking, Bentley!
It is, well, full marks for presentation.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I do think my picture's a little bit better.
That's more like it.
Yeah, it is quite. It's very nice. However, you did lose the challenge 3-0.
But there is a but in this, though, isn't there? Which is, although non-cloud wins, the cloud will get there. It's just not quick enough.
Definitely cloud is the future.
And on that note, we